Hey guys, it's Heather here, and today I'm bringing you a Town Hall 9 base design, and we're calling this AD Island for Air Defense Island. This is another base design from Joshy. I'll link to his Twitter down in the description below so you can go follow him. He's my favorite guy to go to for Town Hall 9 base designs, and this one is specifically for this new meta, which is all about air attacks, all about the balloons, and so this is an anti-balloon base, and it's really difficult to Town Hall 9 to be able to defend now in this new meta, but we're gonna try. So I think this is a really cool base. It's got some really cool concepts in it, and so let's get into it. Let's talk about what makes this base unique and why it was holding up so dang well in the CWL. And every time you used it, they were having Town Hall 10's dip on it, so that's a good sign that this is gonna be a good base for us to use, and hopefully it'll hold up for you guys, just like I keep on seeing the Thumper base and the Bomb Tower Island base everywhere I go. Everybody's using those bases. Those are Joshy's bases, and this is the third one from Joshy that I'm giving to you guys now. So major thanks to him. And let's go through it. Let's talk about the concepts on this base and things that you could take from this base and implement into your own base designs too. So as you're looking at this base, of course, the key things of this base are the air defenses set off in their own island. And this island concept is what we saw back when the miners were the meta and every attack had miners with them, and you saw the relationship between the Infernos and the miners and how the Infernos were set off in their own island as well. So this is the same theory that's now being applied to Town Hall 9, setting those air defenses off in their own island that will hopefully make those lava hounds get stuck on the air defenses, separate the lava hounds from the balloons, and allow those air defenses to stay protected as long as possible. The other thing to notice with this base is that defensive ring on the outskirts of the base. So this defensive ring that's on the outside, that's spaced far away from those air defenses, will keep those balloons pathing around the outside of the base and have a very difficult time making it into the center to take care of the air defenses. Now, something to keep in mind if you're using air defense islands on your base is if you have air defenses that are isolated, which means they're not protected by other defenses nearby, that means that they are potentially targets for skeleton spells to take those out. So make sure as you're building these islands that you do have some coverage on those air defenses from other defenses. This is precisely why there is a mortar in the center of the base. That is to protect those air defenses from potential skeleton spells. The Expos get to help with some of that as well too. Now you'll notice in the south on this base that it is incredibly heavy. It has the town hall, it has the clan castle, it has both heroes, and that's also where the Tesla farm is, which may be a surprise to attackers who are going in to try and hero swap and pull the clan castle. So you're forcing the attacker to think that they need to attack from the south. So people really struggled with this on the fresh attack, trying to get the clan castle, the enemy archer queen, while going through all those heavy hit point buildings, all those storages down in the south. That's a lot to go through and impossible to do unless you have healers. You got to have something more than just your archer queen and barbarian king, even if they're maxed, to be able to take all that down. So because of that, the best thing to use in this clan castle is a baby dragon or a dragon with Valkyrie and goblins. The reason for that are the goblins are going to run out fast ahead, they're going to distract your heroes, they're going to go for them, and then by the time that the Valkyrie and the dragon or the baby dragon catch up, that's where your archer queen's going to be focused, is on that dragon, which allows the Valkyrie to just tear right into her. So that clan castle proved to be the most effective setup for this base, as it doesn't really matter if they're using rage or the ability. Now, in order for bases to be really strong in one area, likely that means it's going to be weak in another area. And so for this base, the weakness is going to be on the walks. That's because the air defenses are so isolated in the center that means that your bowler walks and your queen walks can go all around the perimeter without having to worry about the air defenses taking out the healers. The problem with that is there is a very long walk for them to travel to be able to clear that and do that. The other thing that's really good too is if they're using a bowler walk against this base, the bowlers cannot bounce into the air defense island. So on the second bounce, it will not reach in and take out the air defenses. So that is a bonus, even though the air defenses cannot reach the healers. Now there are some cool little things to point out with this base that you may not notice right off the bat. There are mortars there in the south at 5 and 7 o'clock. That is to prevent the jump into the center. What happened a lot with this base is the attacker placing a golem on each of those mortars, and then a heavy kill squad from 6 o'clock. And then the attacker would use a jump spell into the expo compartment to take out the expo before the golems are ever sucked back into the core, causing everything to walk. This happened a lot in both friendly challenges and in war. And then as you look at the traps on this base, you're going to notice some strategies with them if you're familiar with my other defensive builds and my trap videos. So little things like using the regular bombs, just the small bombs, one space away from a wall to kill wall breakers at the most potential places where people might be wall breaking in. You're going to notice the spring trap placement in the ideal spots to grab both Valkyrie and Hog Riders as they make their way around the perimeter through those defenses. You're going to notice the air defenses are heavily trapped with those seeking air mines to take out the lava hounds before the balloons can ever reach those air defenses. The other thing I really liked about this base is the air sweeper placement. You can see how it's guarding everything from the east, the north, the west. It's forcing the attacker to do the air attack up through the south, which is a pain to have to get everything through all that stuff in the south and try and keep your hounds alive long enough that the balloons can make it all the way up to that first air defense. And if those hounds pop, then you have all the archer towers that are around the perimeter that are going to take out those pups, allowing those air defenses to survive. So really cool placement with those air sweepers, making it really difficult and narrowing down what direction you can actually approach this base and not be going directly at an air sweeper. And then finally, you're going to notice the placement for the giant bombs. There is no double giant bomb on this base, but you can notice that the giant bombs are spread out to create hill zones on the base. The bomb tower is in the north. It's away from other giant bombs, creating again another hill zone on the base where you're going to force the attacker to have to use one of their hills to get their hogs back up to full health. If you want to know more tips about spring traps and giant bombs, I definitely recommend that you watch my video specifically on those traps. It goes into great detail on every way you should be using them and the most effective ways to place those traps on your base. I'm super excited about this base. I hope it holds up well for you and that I see it used all over the place, like I'm seeing the Thumper and the Bomb Tower Island bases still used everywhere. I think it's hilarious when I go on a stream like Powerbanks and he's doing some friendly wars and seeing people using the Thumper base still. I think that's really cool that you guys are still using that base. So hopefully here's another one for you guys to throw in the mix, switch it up. So yeah, I'm definitely interested in hearing in how this base is performing for you. Send me a tweet, let me know how it's doing. You know, if it holds through one attack, it's done its job. If it holds through the second attack against a Town Hall 9, it's like, wow, that's awesome. If they have to send a Town Hall 10 or a Town Hall 11 to dip down on this base to 3-star it, or even if they send them to dip and they fail, then let me know about it. I'd love to hear about it. All right, guys, so this wraps this one up. So if you like this video, be sure to like it. And if you love it, be sure to subscribe to me. We're almost at 100,000 subs. That's absolutely crazy, guys. So I'll be coming back at you again on Friday with a new video. Going to be talking about some cool stuff. Let me know in the comments down below what video you'd like to see from me next. Be sure to follow me on Twitter. If you need any help with your attacks, be sure to join my Discord room. That's Clash Tutor. The link to it's in the description down below. Or you can also send me a tweet of the base that you're going to attack, and I'll tweet that out to my followers, and maybe you'll get some tips on what army to use against the base that you're going against in war. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you next time.